Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to Workhouse Customs. Today we're going to be looking at the old Ford Road King. We recently took this one out probably about a month ago now, and we're going down the highway and it felt kind of soft and the rear end was coming up beside me, so we got off the exit and I found a broken valve stem, but unfortunately we'd went several miles on this tire, which it needed to be replaced anyway. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We've already taken the bags off and everything. We've already got the tire in. Just a matter of getting out here and doing it. So we got the bags off. We're gonna go ahead and take these mufflers off on both sides and get into this, guys. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're into motorcycles and all. We like them all here. It's not just Harleys, guys. We got a little bit of everything around here. Got the old Suzuki over there. That's my next project. I'm gonna get the old Suzuki back on the road. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment on the video, and hit that hype button. It helps us out a lot, guys. Alright guys, so we were able to get that axle nut off there without taking this muffler off here. That's the nut there. It was a 36mm socket we used to get that one off there. Now we're going to move over to the other side. Probably lift it up and see about sliding the axle out, guys. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright guys, so we did have to we loosened up these two bolts here for the lower bag bracket. Just kind of lifted it out the way to make clearance to get the axle out. We finally got the axle out. It's just the beginning, guys. The rough part's yet to come. Hang in there with me. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. Alright guys, it's a little bit of a struggle, but I did get it out. And this is the whole reason for all this. I don't know how that happened, but the valve stem was just broke almost clean off. Well, next I'm gonna take a minute and clean up this old wheel. It hasn't seen the light of day forever. We got all the bolts out of the pulley here for the belt. We're gonna go ahead and take that off. We're gonna clean that up too while we're at it. It's still in pretty good shape, but it's just dirty. Probably hasn't been cleaned since. Alright, I had a few little problems with the GoPro here and the batteries and things. Went ahead and took the pulley off. We're gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up really good too. Got the wheel on the bead breaker here, the Harbor Freight bead breaker. I'm going to go ahead and break the bead now. Alright, we broke the bead on both sides of the tire. Now it's time to get the old spoons out. Okay, we got the wheel out of the tire. It was a little bit of a struggle, but not bad. Not too. I've had worse. We're gonna go ahead and get this wheel cleaned up real good before we put the new valve stem and new tire on. We're gonna clean up the old pulley too. We're gonna go ahead and check the manufacture date on the tire. Look for where it says DOT, and you go down. This number here in the little circle there, 1215. That's the 12th week of 2015. So that's March 2015. It's time for a new tire. There is some cracking on this one here. It's probably from running it down the highway flat. Okay. I'm gonna get on cleaning up that tire. We'll get back with you when we're getting ready to put the valve stem on. Quick update, guys. The whole reason why the valve stem failed, I don't know, something must have hit it in the road. If you look right here, it's a little bit of red paint. This is where the valve stem was, obviously. But a little bit of red paint here, and this is my valve stem cap. There's a big chunk of his skull missing right there. And a big piece around his eye there. It's just something large must have got up in there and just broke the valve stem off. Got the new valve stemmed in and got her all cleaned up. Alright, so this is the valve stem that was on the wheel that it broke. This is the one that I decided to go with. It seemed like really sturdy. Lots of rubber there to form a good seal. This one here I thought I might want to go with because of the angle and all and the location on this particular motorcycle, but I just couldn't do it. It's really cheaply made. There's barely any rubber in there to make a seal, only on one side. It was a no-brainer, guys. All this work you got to do with this particular motorcycle, I just went with that one. Alright, this is the tire that I chose to go with. Went with the Dunlop 140/90/16. That's it there. Ordered it on Amazon. It's pretty good tire. I've ridden these tires on my other motorcycles. They're always worked out pretty good for me, but here's a little comparison. This is the old tire here. They are the exact same size, but as you could see, I guess the couple miles going down the highway flat, it really kind of flattened this thing out. Kind of squared it off there a little bit. But yeah, that's a little comparison. The old and the new, they are the identical size. You know, guys, when you're doing a job like this, it's always a good idea to go ahead and check your brakes, you know, the brake pads and things. Especially on a motorcycle like this, when everything is all put together, you never really see the caliper or anything. This is what I found here. See if you guys can get the shot. As you can see, there's really nothing left in there. That's no good, guys. Well, I've got those on order. That'll be another video. But today, just to finish this one off, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to reinstall the tire. It's basically the reverse process, everybody. Okay, let's get into it. With most tires, especially these ones here, they're directional. You're going to see the arrow, which the direction of the tire is supposed to be. Also, when you're doing this, guys, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a dot on the sidewall. We want to line that dot up with the valve stem, which is on the other side, but it's right here. And this is the direction. This is the belt side. And when the tire goes on the wheel, it'll be going in the right rotation pattern. So I'm going to take some Windex, spray it around the rim. It'll lube it up real good. And of course, going to use the old spoons. I'd recommend you get yourself the wheel protector that slides around the edge of the rim here, just to protect it from scratches. In this case, I'm not going to worry about that. This wheel does not see the light of day, and I cleaned it up pretty good. Most of the chrome is flaked off anyway. I'm good with that for now. Lube it up real good. Line up your dot with your valve stem. Check your rotation arrows. Always push it on as far as you can at first. We get out the old spoons and help it over that edge there. Alright guys, that's it. It is a bit of a struggle. It's definitely not something I'd say was easy to do. Definitely well worth the effort though. Got it all on there. Got our dots matched up. And we got our directional going in the right direction. Now we just gotta pump some air in this thing, and hopefully our new valve stem worked out for us and it holds. Alright, let's get some air in this thing. Alright, we're going to pump some air in her. See what happens. I don't know how well that turned out on camera, but that second pop kind of got me on that one. So after you get it popped back up on its bead, I like to just take the Windex, spray around the edges here, and just look for leaks. I do the same thing around the, especially the new valve stem. Just looking for any excess of bubble in there. I do it on both sides as well, guys, but I've already done it on this side, of course, but that's just my little added insurance that hopefully this thing is on there. And it is. I think that might wrap it up for this one, guys. I guess the next one's going to be brake pads. Probably next week. I've already got them on order, so they should be in the next day or so. We're going to go ahead and put brake pads on this thing. With this particular motorcycle, it doesn't make sense not to do it now before I put all this back together. Like on others, the old Sportster over there, simple. Even the other Road King is simple as can be. And the minis, they're all simple. Just this one has all the extra, you know, the bags, everything. The exhaust is in the way. The brakes on these things are up in there, which isn't the case for everybody's motorcycle, but here on my particular motorcycle, this particular one, that's just the way it is. In general, it's just, I just showed you a simple way to, you can change your own tire, guys, really. Some simple tools, you could do it. Some motorcycles are a lot easier than others. Like if you look back, not too long ago, I did that front tire there on the Sportster. Sometime last year, I believe, I did the back tire on the other Road King, but there's no bags on that one. The exhaust is definitely not in the way. It's just this one here. But yeah, everybody's motorcycle is different. Doesn't matter what you ride. I like them all, guys. I'm dying to get back on the old Suzuki over there. It's on the lift. As soon as I get done with this one, that's what we're going to be getting into. But if you haven't already, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and hype up this video for me, guys. It really helps us out a lot. We're just a small little channel here trying to grow. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody.